Good day, everyone. This is Jen's Fashion Channel. Thanks to all my amazing fans and subscribers. This channel is all about leveling up on your fashion designing skill. And today, I'm going to teach you how to cut a bustier with a keyhole yoke. So if it is what you are all about, you are definitely at the right place. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, now will be a very good time for you to smash on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Without further ado, let's jump right in, shall we? This pattern paper is on fold. So the first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. Then the next thing is to get my neck curve, and I'm going for a round neck. So I'm using 3 inches neck width and 3 inches neck depth. Then I will connect ladders. From this point, I'm going to go up by 1.5 inches diagonally. I will mark it, and I'll connect these 3 points like so to get a perfect round curve. Then the next thing is to take my shoulder measurement, divide by 2. I will mark it, and from the shoulder point, I will come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I will mark it and connect it to the neck width like so. The next thing is to get my armhole line, and for me to get my armhole line, I'm going to take my bust measurement, divide by 6 plus 1.5 inches. I will mark and connect like this. Then I will draw a line across it as my chest line. Then the next thing is to get my armhole curve. So I'm going to get the midpoint of this armhole line. I will mark it. Then I will go in from that point by 1/2 inch. I will mark it. And on the chest line, I'm going to take my bust measurement, divide by 4. I will mark it on the chest line, and I will connect these 3 points to get a perfect armhole curve. Then I'm going to add 1/2 inch joining allowance on the shoulder line. I will mark and connect like that. Then I will come down by 10 inches for my bust line. I will mark and draw the line. Then the next thing is to get the under bust line. So I'm going to come down by 3.5 inches from the bust line. But if you're of a smaller size, you come down by 3 inches. If you're of a bigger size, you come down by 4 inches. I will mark and draw the line. Then I will come down by 16.5 inches for my half cut and add 1/2 inch for joining allowance. I will mark and draw the lines. Then I will take my nipple to nipple measurement, divide by 2. And the nipple to nipple measurement I'm working with is 7 inches, divide by 2 plus 1/2 inch for joining. I will mark it on the bust line, and I will connect straight down to the joining allowance line. Then the next thing is to get the under bust dart, and for me to get the under bust dart, I'm going to take the difference between my bust line and the under bust line, and I have 3.5 inches there, so I'm going to divide it by 2. It will give me 1.75 inches. I will divide the 1.75 inches by 2 again. It will give me 0.88 inch, so I'm going to take the 0.88 inch to the left and 1.75 inches to the right. And I will come down by 1 inch from the bust point. This is to remove any form of pointiness on the bust area. I will mark and connect to the under bust dart like this. Then I will connect the under bust dart straight down to the joining allowance line. Then I will get the midpoint of this shoulder line. I will mark it and connect it to the bust point like so. Then the next thing is to get where I want the yoke to stop. So I'm going to come down by 6.5 inches. You can come down by 7 inches. You can come down by 8 inches or even 5 inches. It purely depends on you. I will mark and draw the line. For the overbust dart, I'm going to go in by 1 inch and go out by 1 inch. Then I'm going to go up by 0.5 inch from the bust point, and I will connect to the overbust dart like so. I will go ahead and measure the 2 curves to ensure that they are equal. So after measuring, I found out that the one at the right side is longer than the one at the left side with 1/2 inch. So I'm going to extend the one at the left side with 1/2 inch so that the 2 curves will be equal, so that one curve will not be shorter than the other. Then the next thing is to get the yoke neckline. So I'm going to come down by 2 inches from the yoke depth. You can come down by 3 inches. You can maintain your chest line. It depends on the amount of cleavage that you want to expose there. I will mark. Then I will connect like this to give it a sweetheart curve. Then I'm going to measure this dart intake here, and I have about 2 inches. So I'm going to extend this line by 2 inches, okay? And on the chest line, I'm going to mark 2 inches there from those points, okay? To create a new armhole. Because if I cut without extending, the armhole curves will not align. I will close this dart up because of my yoke. I'll go ahead and take my horizontal measurement. On the chest line, I will just add 2 inches for joining allowance. On the bust line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches for same allowance. I will mark it. On the under bust line, I'm going to take my under bust measurement divided by 4. I will replace this dart intake here plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it. On the half cut line, I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4. I'm going to replace this dart intake here plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it and mark the same thing on the joining allowance line. Then I will connect my markings to serve as a guide for cutting. Then the next thing is to get the keyhole effect, okay? So I'm going to come down by 1 inch from the neck depth, though this purely depends on you. It depends on how wide and open you want it. Then on this point, I'm going to go in by 1 inch like so. I will mark and connect like those. So guys, this is it for drafting. Follow me closely. Let's cut. So guys, this is it. You can do it. We now move over to the back panel. The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. Then I will take out 1.5 inches for my zipper. You can use 1 inch. I will draw the line. Then I will take my shoulder measurement. I will mark it. Then I will come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Then for the neck curve, I'm using 3 inches for my neck width and 1.5 inches for my neck depth. I will connect and curve like this. Then I will connect the neck width to the shoulder slope. Then I will come down by 7.1 inches for my armhole length. Then I will connect like so. And I will draw a line from this point as my chest line. I will add half an inch on the shoulder line for joining allowance, and I will connect like so. I will come down by 10.5 inches for my bust line. I will mark and draw the line. And I will come down by 16.5 inches for my half cut line, and I will add half an inch for joining allowance. I will mark and draw the lines. Then I will take my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. It will give me 3.5 inches. I will mark it on the bust line, mark the same thing on the waistline and joining allowance line. Then I will connect straight down like so. Then I'm going to extend this my bust point by 1 inch like so. And I will go in by half an inch and go out by half an inch to form a dart. And I'll connect like so. And the next thing is to get the armhole curve. So I'm going to get the midpoint of this armhole line. I will mark it. On the chest line, I will take my bust measurement divided by 4. I will mark it. And I will connect like so. I'll add 2 inches joining allowance on the chest line. Then on the bust line, I will take my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches joining allowance. I will mark it. On the waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will replace this dart here. I will mark it. And I will mark the same thing on the joining allowance line. And I will connect the points like so. Then on the waistline, I'm going to go in by half an inch. This is to remove any form of bulginess on the waist area, and I will connect like so. Then for the zipper, I'm using 1.5 inches for my zipper allowance, and I will start taking my zipper allowance from the half inch I went in with on the waist area, and I'll carry on like so. Then I'll connect like so. I am not putting yoke on the back panel. You can put yoke if you want. It purely depends on you. This is it for the back panel. This is all I have for you for today. If you find this tutorial helpful, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. See you in my next video. Bye.